I think it's very safe to say there's a lot of people out there that give weird vibes. And there's a multitude of reasons they could give weird vibes. And some of these weird people give incestuous vibes. And we're going to touch on some people who kind of give those vibes. Specifically, boy moms. Now, if you're confused by what I mean, no, I don't mean every mother of a boy. That'd be absurd to say that every mother wants to fuck herself. I'm not Freud. That's not my thing. That's not my belief. No, instead we're going to be talking about a specific type of mother of boys called boy mom, where it almost feels like they want to date their kid, or they elevate their like male children over their female ones. The antithesis of this term, I guess, would be girl dad, but girl dad's a very normal term, which is just like a dad that like would do feminine stuff with his daughter. I don't know. This is how the term is used. I don't know. We're gonna start off pretty tame though with this post right here. It's this mom teaching her kid how to make something, and the text says, making sure my son can cook so he's not impressed by your daughter's Stouffer's lasagna. At first glance, this is pretty normal. And there's gonna be people in the comments like, I don't see a big deal with this. But I think the thing that makes it feel weird for me is the weird competition between his supposed future girlfriend. Now, I was gonna say something annoying for a lot of you people, but it's very heteronormative, assuming the kid's gonna be straight. Regardless, again, it's framing this as like almost this competition between a future girlfriend that, looking at the age of that little fucker, gonna blur the face, that's like 20 years off. Like, you're beefing with someone who's quite literally a 6-year-old at this moment. What the fuck is you doing? Now he's gonna step it up a notch with this TikTok. You will be popular. You're gonna be popular. So this is the other side of boy mom. That's not necessarily incestuous vibes, but is awful and quite literally joking about, it's gonna use a big term here, child abuse. And I fully believe that, because neglecting your like female children is quite literally child abuse. To elevate your boy, like, that's so weird. And to post about this online in a way that's like jokey and fun, and you're doing this in public, posting your children, who not old enough to consent to this, by the way, but posting them and bringing your daughters into a joke that quite literally denigrates them below your boy child is so fucking bizarre. Like, obviously I cannot see into the life at home, right? I don't know if this is the actual practice that these motherfuckers is doing in their actual like home or whatever. I don't know that. But I will say, if someone's comfortable enough to post something like that, oftentimes they're actually replicating that behavior at home. So this one, not necessarily incestuous vibe. It's not necessarily to do with any of the kids' future relationships, but it's just a general odd sort of feeling. Here's where we get to blatant incestuous vibes though. Not as fun. When you're a boy mom and you know that one day some girl is gonna come and snatch up the perfect work of art you raised to be the perfect man. And then she won't let you come over without calling first. Anyone else feel this way? No, you shouldn't feel this way. You was beefing with the 6-year-old. But there's a line in here that I think really encapsulates this whole boy mom mentality that I was like really trying to like get at here, which is, and come and snatch up the perfect work of art you raised to be the perfect man. There's a subset of mothers out there that raise their boys to be the husband that they wanted, right? Raising them to be their perfect husband. And then because of that, end up beefing with their future lover, end up being very toxic and getting in the way of that, of their child's relationships, like romantic relationships. And it's fucking odd. You should not feel like you're vying for your child's love against their like significant other. That's so fucking weird because you's not dating them. You ain't fucking them. Like, that's so odd. And then going past that, and then she won't let you come over without calling first? Yeah, because it's her fucking home. Like, obviously, like, you should have a good relationship with your parents and, like, have them over, da-da-da. But also, your home is your space that is private. You don't just get to go intrude on someone else's space without their permission. Like, that's, I feel like, obvious. That's such a clear thing. And I feel like someone who's gonna actually get genuinely upset with that is someone that you should not have in your life. And this type of mentality breeds two things. There's like two outcomes here. Obviously, there's a lot of nuance. It can be anything, but two main outcomes, right? Either one, that child ain't gonna talk to you like later on. They're just gonna cut you off and you will not be in their life. Just saying. Or you're just gonna make that child's life miserable because you'll come in the way of every single romantic relationship they have in the future. Yeah. Like, chill. That's your fucking kid. First of all, like, you're talking about a kid right now. Secondly, you're talking about your child. What? When you realize you're gonna have to share the love of your life, my baby boy, with another female one day. No, play it, no!
Certified pedophiles.
Y'all done got me fucked up. What the fuck? That child's face is blurred, but could not be older than 8 years old. Not that this is normal, whatever age. If you like feel like you're vying for like the love of your child, that is so weird. Because here's one thing I think that should be very obvious. Parental love, i.e. the love for a parent to a child, right? And then romantic love, very different, not the same, right? The way you love your kid should not be the way you love your romantic partner. Romantic love is associated with like fucking sex and shit. Because like you have sex with your romantic partner. Like, what the fuck? This is so gross. And I think one of like the most disturbing things about this, other than just the content itself, is the fact that these mothers feel comfortable to do this online. Because to post something online means in some way you have to be comfortable with it, right? I guess sometimes with jokes it can be a bit different because sometimes joke is like breaking the barriers, but like this don't necessarily come off as a joke, but more so I come in online to share my emotions because I think I'll get people who understand me. There's not even a plausible deniability of a joke. It's like, no, you came online looking for a community around this shared emotion, but that shared emotion is like incestuous. And then if you think that that's a normal enough thing that you was going online, what the fuck else do you think is normal in that same vein? Because I'm not saying that these people necessarily genuinely want to, you know, have sex with their children. I don't believe that. I would hope that they wouldn't. I do think that those romantic feelings probably is there to some degree. I ain't no psychologist, no psychiatrist. I ain't none of that, right? I don't study the brain. I don't know any of that. Never read the DSM or whatever the fuck. But I have a feeling of intuition that to say these things, you have to have at least some slight romantic interest there, which is really weird. Or even if it's not romantic interest, whatever feeling is being displayed as romantic interest, which again is just as damaging for the child. And I truly believe this is a form of child abuse. First of all, to be posting your kids online when you sharing this type of stuff. What? First of all, I don't think people should be posting their children that much. Like the way that people are posting all their kids' face and stuff on public platforms where it's like when they have audiences of like thousands of followers, even millions. Like it's one thing when it's like your private Instagram or your private Facebook, right? But it's just like gross. So I think posting your child in general is awful. And also, not so fun fact. I was reading this thing from someone who works with trying to rehabilitate pedophiles. And they said that nowadays, a lot of pedophiles get the materials, like the type of CP stuff from like child, like mother, mommy, father influencers who post compromising pictures of their children, right? And it's a known fact that pedophiles use that type of like normal content for their own sick purposes, and it's wrong to expose your children to that. So already I think it's wrong to put your child online, especially in such a public way. Secondly, they can't consent to it. And then number two, posting them while also talking about how the fact that you like have like romantic, like any semblance of a romantic feelings toward that is like crazy. And then also just like the content itself. But yeah, yikes. I don't know. I don't really know what to say. Make sure to subscribe, comment, give me money on Patreon, I guess. Leave a comment. Yeah, this is not really a fun one. I don't really have much to say other than that. Bye.